NBC 27 Digital Now Center. This is Beyond the Forecast with your most accurate local meteorologists.
Well, we are back, everybody, on this Thursday, the day before July 4th, and what a week we've had, from flooding and torrential tropical downpours to a pretty nice day yesterday. And now today we will see what occurs with a couple of showers in the forecast, but overall pretty nice. And I think still the nicest day of the week is going to be the 4th of July. Let's get into things. Look at how nice it looks in Waynesboro, everybody. Doesn't that look gorgeous? It is a beautiful morning out there. It's not too hot. Temperatures are comfortable, and we do expect things to be very pleasant. Look at the satellite. Nice and clear across the region. There will be a few clouds today. Remember, we have a trough coming through, and that could spark a shower. Temperatures are all over the place this morning. From 63 in Mount Alto, we had a 59 in Tower City earlier, near 70 in York, and then Lower Dauphin and Marysville already into the 70s. So it is still pretty toasty in a few locations. At the official sites, we had York at 63. When I came in earlier, now it's 68, 70 in Harrisburg. They have not moved, and it's still very warm. Urban heat islands in New York City, Philadelphia at 76, Baltimore at 72, D.C. at 75. So temperatures pretty much in line with where they've been, but a few of us are about 3 to 5 degrees cooler than yesterday. So not too bad. Dew points, lower. And you can kind of see where the humidity is tracking from Philadelphia down across Delmarva, right in this area. Still pretty humid. Right in here, see it? But for us, that drier air has come in. Now, I still think dew points will be in the 60s today, but on the whole, it's going to feel better than it did earlier in the week. 87, the high yesterday. That's the normal. 107, the all-time record for Harrisburg, set today in 1966. We won't hit that. It is going to be comfortable. Look at Lidditz. They're decked out for the 4th, and they're going to have no trouble tomorrow night despite the earlier flooding. They say the ceremony is going to go off without a hitch, and I think it will. Mid to upper 80s today, still very warm, and I do want to emphasize that. I was out yesterday, and it was very warm in the sunshine, even if it was slightly less humid. So the system we're tracking now is this one right here, this cold front that's going to drop to the south and give us the opportunity for a few showers here later today, and I do want to track those for you. Precision Cast does a nice job of highlighting what I think is going to happen here, and that is most of the activity is actually going to be to our northeast across the Poconos and the Lehigh Valley. Yes, we could still have a shower or two here as this shows. Now, let's pull up the NAM model, because the NAM is a little more aggressive with this, and I want to show you that here as we take a look. Let me pull that up 1 second here. I'm still learning my way around this system. Let's go to here. There's the NAM. And notice this has more of a frontal line developing, and that some of these storms could contain maybe some thunder even as they develop later, some of these heftier showers. So this is a little too aggressive, but nonetheless, it does have that line developing. So I want everybody to be aware of it in case you do have outdoor plans. I wouldn't cancel them. Just be aware we may not be totally in the clear today. There could be a shower. So you compare that, which does show some of these showers and maybe a thunderstorm over our region, to our Precision Cast, which keeps everything to the northeast. It's interesting. I do want everybody to be aware, though. I do think there could be a shower or two around later today. And then we're going to clear things out. Lower humidity really pushes in tonight. I think tomorrow morning there's going to be a chill in the air. Makes me nervous to get in that dunk tank. Another Friday morning with a chill. And then we've got Precision Cast showing you here pretty nice weather heading into Saturday as well. So where is the severe weather risk today? Believe it or not, there is one across eastern Pennsylvania. And the Storm Prediction Center, I think, does a nice job of highlighting Scranton, Philly, New York, damaging wind gusts and some hail in these areas. But you'll notice where this line is drawn, and it keeps our region out of it, which I think is smart, because I really think most everything is going to be to our northeast. But as the NAM does indicate, I wouldn't be totally shocked if we get a gusty downpour or two, especially in some of our eastern counties today. Independence Day looks great. Absolutely gorgeous tomorrow. Phenomenal weather for fireworks. Saturday and Sunday look good too. So we've got Lidditz. We've got Elizabethtown at the Star Barn. We've got the Hershey Park fireworks all going off between about 9 and 10:15 on a Friday night. Perfectly pleasant day, a great evening. It is going to be absolutely phenomenal for the 4th. Now, temperatures are going to be warm today, getting into the upper 80s, but I do think it's going to be very comfortable, And I think, look at tonight. This takes us into the 50s. I'm not sure we're going to get that cool, but we're going to notice a bit of a chill tomorrow morning, and then highs in the low to mid 80s. A big difference. Just the most comfortable day of the week for the 4th. Now, looking ahead, I do anticipate a dry weekend, and then next week you'll notice again maybe some showers or some storms Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but not a great chance. And I really think we keep the dew points in check as well. Notice we don't really have many days where dew points are above 70 degrees like we did last weekend, and that helped to fuel those storms early in the week. So I don't expect as widespread coverage of those storms early next week, and I really don't think it's going to be that humid. We'll check the dew points again in a second. Stray showers today, maybe a gusty downpour in our eastern counties. Most of the weather should stay east of us. Otherwise, a nice day at 87 degrees. Cooler tonight, 63. Gorgeous here for the 4th of July at 84. Heat building in for the weekend again with a heat wave potentially heading into next week. So where does that leave us? Well, I do want to talk about the dew points again because they are so critical, not only in forecasting, but just talking about the weather as a whole, especially when we feel that humidity. So watch these dew points just go down here as we move into tonight. Look at that. Look at that rush of drier air. Tomorrow morning is going to be cool, and really most of the day is going to be pleasant. Now, let's talk about the weekend. Even Saturday, the dew points don't really get above the low to mid-60s. I think Saturday's comfortable and warm. Let's see if Sunday's any better. Nope. Sunday, despite the fact we are at 90, it's going to be a dry heat. But well, maybe later Sunday. There's some 70s creeping on there for York and Lancaster. That's what I look for. 70 degrees or above is really humid. And that humidity, look at this, comes back for Monday. So that could certainly fuel a couple of storms heading into Tuesday. And then we get another push of drier air Wednesday. That might leave us dry here before the humidity ramps up again by the end of the week. But another push of drier air may come in. Ooh, it does look humid from there on out. Look at that. We could be in store for another very humid stretch for mid-July. That's interesting. So how about that? That would fuel more of those torrential downpours, and that's why the Climate Prediction Center says July could be wetter than average. That's an interesting thing. We just sort of discovered here together that those dew points could be a problem again late next week. Let's show you the temperature long range here because the European has temperatures cooling off toward the end of next week back into the 80s, but if it's that humid, that means there will be some storms. We'll worry about that next week. In the meantime, we want to say thanks for watching Beyond the Forecast, everybody. And remember, the 4th of July, it may be one of our best days all summer. Can't wait. Can't wait for the fireworks. Thanks for tuning in this morning, everybody, and have a great day.